We almost died several times over.
I feel like we're actually just like telling Nero this story, and this is like Nero's hallucination that he was here to help.
He just occasionally pipes and goes, "Well, if I was here."
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have almost died there, had to resurrect. I would have cut it down in a turn. That's perfect. Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, this is how a true Blade Master fights.
Mm-hmm.
God, it still makes me want to make the build me and Julius were talking about that is a samurai fighter gestalt, but instead of actually making a good character, just taking unconquerable resolve as many times as physically possible. I died, but then I lived.
The sad thing is that Nero here has probably just done more damage than Corin has done in the last couple of encounters.
Well, yes, he wasn't here, you know?
the last few encounters he was in for.
Mm-hmm.
Touche.
I did less because the thing was too big.
Hmm.
I did not have my extra 48 per hit on my ridiculously impressive grapples.
Actually, I had like put you on this map for a brief moment because regarding the information that you have gotten from the well, after checking and looting the cultist, because they had a meeting talking about some sort of deal, and also would you have like did some basic like scan the area, because you know this location was marked by the kobolds of the Golden Salamander tribe. But at first, you don't really see anything unique, no infrastructure, but obviously something is amiss here, so would that be a fair thing to say?
Yes, and I would like to specifically look underwater, given that we are fighting Sahagin.
Alright, very well. So, okay, so first thing first, let's start with like the basic information that you managed to find. And obviously, they are not entirely stupid, so this is not something that this information is written down clearly, like without any encryption or ciphers and whatnot, but I'm gonna say because you are not under direct threat at this point in time, you can take a moment during the rest to like start thinking about it and like consider what this is. And also because, well, this is also rivers, I would not imagine they would not have like something like, you know, regular paper that can be damaged by water, but something more
Mahogany.
something more appropriate that I have actually no idea if it exists in Pathfinder, or how would it even work in real life, but yeah.
Tablets probably would be best.
Stone tablets, huh?
Yeah, they wouldn't have a way to fire clay, so clay wouldn't work well, but stone tablets, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There might be some magical pen or something that can write on them quickly as paper, but what would probably make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't need a magical pen.
It's like, what'd you use to write all this? This pen? This isn't magic. No, it's just adamantine. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so regarding the information you find on cultists, rather what sort of information we can decipher from the cultist, there are mentions of a camp of those who follow similar master, imagine like other cultists, and actually there are there's given location to one of the camps that would actually, if you wanted to go for it, you would have to like backtrack a little bit, because the camp is around, well, between around 140, 150 miles back to the east. Not sure if you can see my
Yeah,
arrow.
I can see.
So around that. There's a second mention, however, there's not a mention of a camp, but another group of cultists following the same master is apparently making its way upwards. There's no specific mention like upwards where, but among the keywords you do find something mentioning Clean Scale Tribe, so well, they might be moving north, upwards.
I suggest we continue to the Rotten Claw, though.
Yeah, that's I wanted to like just mention of them.
Let's circle back later.
Information. Now, regarding also this is like a mix between cultist and Sahuagin, because they were mentioning some sort of deal, and also by checking the surrounding area, this location was actually, you imagine that this location was actually mentioned by kobolds, as they have to like look out, because this was like a Sahuagin hunting ground, and also a place, while you do not see any overland infrastructure, in the surrounding area, around the question mark, you do find several underwater tunnels, or other places where rivers, sources of water go underground, and they probably continue in like a maze of underwater, not underwater, fucking hell, underground water passageways. And what information the Sahuagin were bringing the necromancer, rather this cultist, indicated, after you spend some time deciphering it, that they were not sure, but due to the changing temperature of the water and it getting in some places really hot, they believe they have found an entry point to the Hellmouth tribe, which, as a small reminder, you didn't know where the stronghold is, but Hellmouth tribe is the one that has Hylian goblins. You know, Hylian goblins, hellhounds, barkests, that kind of stuff. However, while they had no information about your base, it's not a huge leap of logic that perhaps the underground rivers, well, they are also going throughout the land. So yeah, this is like possible vector of attack against Point Aquila. Mind you, if your overseers, your officers are not stupid, they probably already figured it out and created defenses against it, but you know, just a point of information.
I don't know what to say. Get the heavy flamer.
Hans, get the Flammenwerfer. Yeah, I think in terms...
It's a Flammenwerfer. It werfs Flammen.
What I think in terms of information, that would be it. That comes to my mind. That would be relevant, and actually what would have been, well, made sense for them to have on them in this case. So yeah, just for confirmation, after you, well, gather all of that and rest up so that you are fully healed, do you keep your objective on, go on and continue towards Rotten Cloud Tribe?
Think so. Unless anyone else thinks of any better ideas.
No. We have our objective.
I'm thinking we can head there, then depending on what happens, we can either start heading back to Point Aquila or wherever we need to disrupt the ritual, or if we still have time, we can head up to the gem scale and take care of that and the cultists.
Alright, for now, we are continuing towards Rotten Claw, and yeah, as we are leaving the areas and going through the plains and forests and rivers. And actually, sorry, just one last thing. When you're like scouting surrounding the area, you also can give me another, if you want, either survival or perception, whatever you want. It's either or, not both of those.
Perception it is.
I'm gonna use survival.
Because you, out of curiosity, you do start, like, you also, like, are on the lookout for any signs of someone being, like, taken, because you did seen before, further up the river, that there were signs of struggle and survivors from that crashed airship probably being taken through the river.
We don't need to summon the Doom guy. We need to summon Liam Neeson.
Oh, nice.
I cast summon Liam Neeson.
Alright.
I tried.
Alright, so generally speaking, with those checks that you have, you...
Give me 1 second. I was trying to figure out something.
Oh, okay.
I imagine we're probably being followed at this point by bad guys. It's just, the fact that we're just fucking forced marching everywhere and not sleeping because of the spanner.
Oh yeah, there's like, how are they going so fast?
Yeah.
Just imagine, it's like we were chasing them and they just kept running and running and running.
Yeah, I mean, we did some calculations, and with banner swiftness, your overland speed is quite silly.
Oh yeah, that fucking item. I forgot.
We're just like at a light run constantly.
Yeah, we really need to get everyone like boots of like 10 extra feet movement, so we're like literally flying across the fucking battlefield.
Yeah, essentially, if you have 30 feet of speed, then you are going 72 miles per day. 40 feet is 96, so that's fucking a lot.
No, what we need to do is we need to all get a horse animal companion and get a charger.
Yeah, no, Swift or something like that. There's one that gives you extra movement speed, yeah.
The archetype, and then we can get the horseshoes of swiftness.
I think was it Runner? I don't think Charger was the one, but I might be wrong here. But yeah, at that point...
One of the archetypes is for running faster.
Yeah.
I need to get Brutus striding the springs for Nero, because he has his own inbuilt movement speed bonus from Harbinger.
Alright, but yeah, you do think that while most of the survivors have been actually taken by the Rotten Claw tribe, it seems like actually some of them, or perhaps other survivors or other creatures, natives of this land, have been also captured and being taken through these tunnels.
Place.
Perhaps even back to the very, well, the tribe itself. But yeah, most probably were captured by the Rotten Claw. Alright, and with that, you may continue your swift journey. And actually, because you did have to like rest a little bit, so as you're like going on the way, and I would imagine that would be around, yeah, another day, so close to what you have made like initial agreement with Ulfgar. So during the journey, and don't worry, you're gonna get to like random encounter roll, or maybe not, depending on survival check. Cheryuk, because, well, last time it worked, so he's gonna stick with that. Once again, you hear a voice in your head of Ulfgar, the headcrafter. It's been time,
You see,
lads.
you see Chirrut kind of pause for a minute and says, "Hold on, I gotta take this." As he holds up a hand to his ear. Yellow.
It's a great time, laddie. What's your status? Are you there? You may respond to this message.
We're about to arrive at the Rotten Claw tribe. We managed to locate a crashed airship and have discovered that the occupants have most likely been captured by local Sahagin tribes.
After a moment, another message goes through. Understood. I will contact you in few hours, a day, and you'll have to tell if you'll need more manpower to take this stronghold.
Understood. We'll do a bit of scouting before, and then you can contact us. But if these Sahagin are strong enough to capture several of our members, it would be quaint if you'd prepare some extra members for this assault.
Another brief moment, and then the last message goes through. Understood, lad. I'll talk with the others. Good hunting. Clink, clink.
Clink, clink to you too. So how's the situation over on the barrow?
No response. Or rather, the talk has been finished.
Alright. Cool.
So the message is for a very brief exchange of
I'm just
information.
imagining. I'm just imagining the message ending with a beep.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine Cherokee asking oh, he hang up on me.
Dude, what the fuck?
Hashtag rude. Anyways, as you are going through, you may roll, whoever is leading this group, a survival check to see if you will avoid any dangers along the way, assuming if there are any still left. The DC for that, before you roll, will be, because you're still going through the entire day.
They rolled.
Not looking at the chat because I have opened handouts, so I'm not saying...
I mean, why not just have him roll again?
Hold on, where's the fucking handout? Okay, so the basic would be 17, however, because you're also traveling not only through the day but also through the night, and that... actually, okay, so I would say that DC would be 19. And you have rolled... oh. 14.
Does anybody want to aid me? Wait, aiding was before.
I mean, I think we're pretty sure we did that after you rolled. Others could have rolled for aid, so... probably normally yes, you rolled before, but in that case we already make it so that you can still roll to aid after the main check.
Currently there's no penalty to it, so... So, 18?
I believe I said AC, not AC, fucking hell, the DC is 19.
Yeah, then we need one more.
Yeah,
Luckily, we have Nero.
Fun thing that you only need DC 10 for aid. And still got fucking nat 20. Damn, son.
Where'd you find that?
Why did I hear my name?
We're doing. We want you to aid in our survival.
I take 10
I
because otherwise
Let's not do it. Let's not roll it.
yeah, I'm not sure you can aid. You can take 10 for aiding,
I mean, you technically can, but
but it's
Let's
like
not.
fucking silly.
I know.
No, I say that because I've got a 0 in survival.
Exactly, that's what we want you to roll, kiddo.
I mean, not
Hey.
that they are baiting you, but
Hey, I have a negative wisdom modifier, and I still rolled.
Those are probably related, but anyway.
still rolled good. All right,
I
so
mean, it is. It's a wisdom skill.
alright, so that will be a success. I'm gonna roll twice, and you get to pick.
I mean, if you want, I can start stealthing.
98 was already used before.
Amusingly, Nero has quite high stealth.
Remember, me stealthing is when we want to attract the enemy.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
fine by me.
if you want to wake somebody up, we ask him to roll stealth.
It's reverse stealth. I will roll. I have a bad modifier, and I roll bad enough that it will wake everyone up and alert them to our presence.
I mean, that's fine
It's
by
like-
me, as long as it's not me that's being
Oh my god,
detected.
like. Too bad you weren't there, but I remember there was this like session when they fought against Frost Giants and they rolled like shit stealth, and we decided that it was like they were doing JoJo flex posing with Pillarman theme playing in the background.
Aye.
And only Cheruk was like, "The fuck are you doing?"
He had a moment of sympathy for the enemy dragon, who was like, "These idiots," and he's like, "Yeah, I get you."
And then I ripped the dragon in half.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say you do not stumble upon or have an encounter with a dangerous enemy. The walk proceeds, or rather the jog proceeds. Proceeds at a very good pace as you are expertly navigating them throughout this unknown hostile land. But along the way, probably close to the dawn, even though you are not magically inclined, you feel this subtle shift in the air, and knowing what you know, that this is like the dimensional nexus, you immediately like pause, looking for anything weird happening. But this time, you do not get any like weird thunderstorms or other freak weather effects. Instead, what you do see, and for whatever reason I'm echoing from Julius.
Oh, what? How?
Yeah, I'm hearing
Sure.
myself from you for a...
Can you hear?
Now?
Try
No,
talking now?
there was like for a moment, but yeah, now it's fine.
That's weird. All right. Anyway, keep talking.
Oh my god, my throat is killing me. Instead, what you do see is that close to you, and everyone in the party can see it, suddenly a rift on the ground opens, like a dimension door, only that it seems to stick around for a while. And actually, if you do decide to get closer, you will be able to see what's on the other side.
Well, we get closer.
Alright, when you approach, you do not see any other planes. The area on the other side looks surprisingly tame, and something tells you it is on this land. It actually looks like a abandoned, slightly ruined village, or maybe even a city. Specifically, yeah, that gate is, you can see something that perhaps once was either a temple or perhaps like a magical research building or something along those lines. If you wish to like continue observation and maybe try to figure out where this is, or any, like basically ask anything else regarding that gate. If you want to like further go with that, feel free to. Either if you want to ask something about that, if you don't know anything else, go for it. If you want to know to figure out where this is, you may make a. Would that be knowledge geography? Knowledge geography or knowledge local in this case? Actually, hold on.
And some.
Yeah, actually geography.
Alright, geography.
It's place. It's a place.
It's
that
a
has
science.
thing.
It's a science place.
No fucking clue.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah,
You
let's
don't.
see.
No, I don't. I know nothing.
Sure. History. Not history. Geography. Nope. It's not. That's not a real place.
Okay, so I'm gonna say like the DC would not have been that high. So Cheruk first, and then Azrak. You would start recalling something. You do recall that when you have fought with that unstable summon up in the mountains. After dealing with him, you did found some information regarding another place that was doing research into summoning and all of that jazz. And there was actually like information describing where you can find those ruins, this ancient abandoned city. And from what it seems to you, it seems like the place, and you are pretty sure that this gate would have led you to there, or rather like somewhere like here, because that ruined city is like was close to monastery relatively speaking, and it was a possibility of like stumbling upon it when you were walking from Point Aquila to monastery.
I mean, if we're kind of sure where it's at, we could always add that to the list of things to hit up on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
As much as going through and not knowing where we are would be hilarious. Now that we know where it is, it's not as hilarious.
Yeah. No reason not to.
Up to you. I just gave you information.
I mean, how close are we to it right now?
Closer
You
to the point
are,
of Aquila than we are to it.
yeah, you are 250 miles away from that ruined city, and you are definitely closer to the Rotten Claw tribe.
I mean, technically it's like 5 feet away because of this portal in front of us, but
I mean, wouldn't that take us closer to it?
yes.
Then let's go.
Then we'd be significantly farther from our goal out here.
That's true enough. Adventure awaits.
And the portal will probably close before we finish doing whatever and come back.
Maybe we split up. Dun dun dun.
I mean, that's always an option.
Good option, probably not.
You can head to the lab, we'll head to the...
As for the portal, you do not know if it's gonna close. Do you wish to investigate?
Sure, Arcane.
Either of the three, because of the specific place. Either spellcraft or knowledge arcane or knowledge planes. Whatever works best for you.
26 from success.
Spellcraft. Let's fucking go. Oh, come on. Thing. It'd be nice to run above a 10 for my skill checks at some point.
Alright, so I'm gonna say this. With your knowledge of the arcane stuff, despite having no spellcasting power of your own, you have some vague memories, teaching of some basic procedures. And while this is not something practical that can be used in combat or something, you think that
You're a good teacher.
yeah, you have like good teachers, so maybe like we're interested in that stuff. Between the two of you, you are pretty sure that you can do something that would normally be a very basic ritual, but that can stabilize the gate enough that it should give you enough time to jump there, deal with that stuff, and get back. And when I say enough time, I would say I would say 2 hours.
Guys, I think we can go through there. My master taught me this ritual. I think we can go through and figure out what the hell's going on. Adventure it can be today. So,
Me-
what are the rest of
Are
you
you
guys?
sure about that?
Yes, of course.
With the ritual, and so we could go through the portal. That is totally random encounter, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Just wanted to mention that there is like possibility. You may still go towards the rotten claw, as in the surrounding
if
area,
it-
because that's going to be a very dense stronghold in terms of enemies.
I mean, Cherk wants to do some further scouting, do some stealth and scout ahead, so he can gauge the strength of the tribe. But if the rest of you guys want to spend some time in doing something else, Cherk won't stop you. But Cherk votes that we should hurry to the tribe, since they might have prisoners.
I mean, out of character, I do believe it was a while since they took prisoners, and you'd be sitting out whatever happens in that dimension. Hmm.
I mean, we could hit the place on the way back.
I believe the idea was that it was going to disappear soon, so we'd go in there, beat the shit out of whatever
Oh.
there, and come back out.
Okay. So I must have misheard. So the portal didn't lead to over here.
Yes, but between not Zilol, between actually Zilol also between Zilol, Zixos, and Neron, they would have like enough basic knowledge of like even basic stuff to partially stabilize this passageway. So yeah, you can take like a jaunt and be back in an hour before this gateway collapses.
Alright, then in that case, let's just do some quick exploration into this portal and then hurry to the Rotten Claw tribe.
Fine by me.
Like
Hell
this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we head inside.
Alright, let me grab your tokens. Before venturing forth, you need to gather your party.
Mm-hmm.
Copy and
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
and
You must
paste.
party your
pretty
gatherers before venturing forth.
Alright,
You must party your forth before you gather.
it's before dawn when you appear in like this small, not small, but this like a plaza with the main destroyed building, the one that I described that looked somewhere between either a temple, monastery, or perhaps like a magical academy slash research complex. There are other buildings, houses around you. Some of them more or less destroyed, damaged. There is absolutely no sign of life all around you. At least at first, but something something tells you, your instinct tells you to like keep, well, there's not this specific tension in the atmosphere, but this is something different than back at the winter cabin where you fought with the shadows. This is not the shadows, but there's also something that perhaps you should be wary about.
I shifted into my steel coil stance.
Success is already in his stance, wondering what the hell's going on here.
Yep, Nero is the same with his. Let me just quickly have a quick look what my other fucking stance does. Nope. Remaining in the current stance.
Alright. So, I mean, this area that you see, you can begin moving your tokens if you wish to, well, investigate the area, start looking for something, perhaps other research notes or something that could give you more insight into the
Wait.
summoning.
Just to be sure, I'm not the only one on the world map?
Yeah, I'm still on the world map.
Oh, my mistake.
World map.
Apologies.
Mistakes were made. I've also got just a black screen again.
Okay.
The map,
Oh
the
my,
map is still loading in
why
for
the
me, but I can
fuck?
see my aura.
why the hell I'm...
Oh, there we go. Nice.
I was
Cute.
pretty sure I copied the token that I already edited, but for whatever reason it's...
Wow, this place is like shit. Actually, no. So this place just looks all fucking ruined. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I have a stance for this actually. Hero is going to
Stands for
adopt-
ruined cities.
Yes. The builder stands, he prepares the cities
Yeah,
twice as fast.
I forgot something important, donut.
Yeah.
When we fought shadows last time, I constricted them to death.
Yay.
Because
Yeah,
I
but-
have ghost touch. So I
Yay.
just literally crushed the ghost.
Squeeze the ectoplasm out of them.
But yes, the entire point of this stance is that I can detect. Well, that's technically creatures on the ethereal plane. But that doesn't include fucking like ghosts and like fuck. Ignore me. I'm going back to my other stance.
Salty.
Actually, no, the ethereal plane.
This will be like a small spoiler, but how would you consider hounds?
What? Hunt? Oh yeah, those things. Well, I have no
Those
real
are
opinions.
outsiders.
Hmm.
If they are the hounds that I think they are.
Haunt or hounds?
Not hounds.
Like dogs?
No, not like dogs.
Okay.
Haunts. Like, ooh,
Hmm.
spooky.
Yes.
That would be a spirit.
Oh, the ethereal plane is home to phantasmal creatures as ghosts. Okay, in that case, yeah, the spirit stance would actually be useful here if there's a bunch of fucking dead things. Ruined city.
Okay. So while nothing is summoned as of yet right now, actually we're gonna get to that. First, the question is, does the party like starts moving around like looking for any remains of like research notes, perhaps some sort of crafting regions, catalysts for summoning anything? Do they like basically start like trying to search the area?
That's why we're here.
Yes,
Mhm.
but hopefully stop and go on alert when he says there's ghosts abound.
Yes. Okay, so probably figuring that because you have this. So although I would say that while the power itself will not tell you exactly what it is, this gives you an opportunity to further in a moment make further checks to maybe identify, figure out what that might be. that haunts this place, that clearly has seen some sort of destruction and tragedy. So you actually would notice okay, so the way it works, and I'm gonna say this like for above the board for players because I have no idea how to like say this fluff wise, is that it is possible to get the information and basically materials to basically expand your insight into summoning without triggering any of the hounds, depending on your rolls. However, if something is fucked up, the restless spirits, the soaked negative energy that was slipping, air quotes, in this place will be disturbed, and thus the hounds will be begin originating from where they are disturbed. So there are two different sources. While they have like a similar origin, they feel slightly different in their power. And technically, the hounds, they have perception checks to like see if you notice them, but I'm gonna say, you have this, which helps you. So what you would hear, actually, Nero, you can make me a perception check. I'm gonna say because of that stance, the DC would be very much lowered.
Sure. Keep in mind, I only get to detect them if they're within 30 feet of me, but there is the scent ability.
Yeah, but I would like imagine that you are not standing still in that one place, but you would like also
That's
go
true.
around in the area with the rest to like make sure that you
Nice
have the coverage.
Dark magics.
Oh yeah, totally.
I understood that reference. Okay, so
League gang.
you would hear very faintly at the very edge of your senses, perhaps maybe not solely through hearing, but also partially through your extra senses granted to you by that stance. On one hand, you would hear whispers and slobbering grunts of the hungry dead. And then you would also hear, for now, very faint, like very calm, but also like almost not vibrating from the ground, but settling around this ruined temple / academy. Sound what can be like described as whirlwind of souls. And I imagine you would like fucking hell, spread the information.
Yeah, Nero would make it
sure.
abundantly clear. Yeah, Nero would make it abundantly clear that we're not alone, and that it's probably a matter of time before the unsettled dead residents here, or whatever it is here, make their presence known.
Well,
I advise us to hurry the fuck up.
Jurek has some intense trauma for ghosts since his last encounter with them.
And I would say normally I'm not sure if that would be possible, but I'm gonna say you are experienced warriors and probably you might have had like very wide array of teachings and whatnot, or have like good sources. I think trying to identify hound, what that might be, would fall under knowledge religion.
If they're undead, then yes.
I mean, considering what they might be, then yeah, they would definitely fall under. Undead.
Success does not deal with ghosts. Mm-hmm.
Oh well, apparently Nero does.
Ghosts of his past, I suppose.
Yeah.
Undead. Yeah, region would probably make most sense. Okay, I'm gonna say that you are unable to figure out what exactly is that Whirlwind of Souls, but the first hound, you once heard a story about it, and in folklore, in myths, they call this the Hungry Dead. And it's essentially that unseen spirit. Like there was this story that basically a victim of this hound began thrashing wildly, and it was described that on their body, bloody wounds from invisible teeth started appearing.
Grim.
And essentially, this is something that this is like undead piranha, meaning that basically the hound, whatever victim is unfortunate enough to be targeted by it, is being torn apart by something.
Grim.
However, sadly, with 19, that's not enough for you to figure out what the other thing might be.
Again, Nero is going to advise that we hurry up.
Well, we only got 2 hours, so we're already hurrying.
Yes.
All right. So, this is one of the rare instances when I need to okay, because you also want to hurry up. So, whoever wants to conduct search, you may make. I think for finding stuff that would fall under perception. The DC for that. Shit. Okay, so DC, maybe not for finding it, but for something else, for trigger, will be 20.
So I need a 7 or higher. Right? God damn it, I rolled a 2.
So, can we aid or what happens?
The question is because aiding means that you are going along Cheruk and basically making sure that he doesn't miss anything, and if you want to do this quickly, would anyone else do their own part of
Oh yeah, for
searching
sure.
in different section? Because that's the difference
you
between
all
making your
can
own check and
resist.
doing aid.
Yeah, I'd say we probably all look at our own things.
Yeah.
All right.
I will roll mine. I apologize. I was in conversation.
Yeah, no worries. Just want to confirm, will you have to go in 40 minutes or slightly longer, Zach? Or slightly shorter?
2 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay, so I thought that would be
I just said we couldn't play longer than normal. Not that we couldn't play less.
I mean, usually when we start at regular time, we would have been finishing in 40 minutes, but yeah.
That's fair. Sometimes we've gone longer, so that's
Yeah,
what I was
if you
saying.
can go slightly longer, then that's fine. All right. So.
I want to crush something.
Okay, so you'll definitely find something useful. More information or other confirmation regarding the okay, differently. What you'll find and I'll just have to basically think between the sessions to make double sure what it is exactly. But you will find information and materials that definitely doesn't solve the issue, but they push you towards accomplishing the one of the victory conditions, meaning potentially getting the Lightbringer to come forth, because part of the information that was placed here, and of course, seeing how this place is ruined, most of the research notes were destroyed, but still, thanks to your expertise and how you were looking for that place, or maybe a little bit of luck, you do manage to locate some notes that actually provide more information about the fury behind the greater spirits, the summons that do not fall under the regular purview of summon monster spell, but something more, and several mentions of the Lightbringer, or as some of the research notes are calling this being that apparently in its legend started as a mortal before ascending even higher, Sir Marward Down. And plus several other things, which now that I think about it, I probably will just make a handout for an info dump. Well, not much of an info dump, but like a... Long story short,
Just info.
in terms of information, you do manage to find some interesting stuff that puts you closer towards accomplishing the, well, one of the victory conditions.
Oh, it's
Regarding the Lightbringer, also some reagents and materials which are not catalyst itself, but they definitely, should anyone would wish to experiment on them, could perhaps work towards, well, making a catalyst. Or who knows, if Zol wants to proceed with his own goals, he would still be able to do so. And I think at this point, I would say that when that 15 and 16 triggers, I would say that you guys are placed like that. Okay, let's see. Which one will target which? Alright.
Don't worry, at least we've got Nero here acting like a good old-fashioned radar.
Yeah, sadly, even like you shout a warning, I mean, they won't be surprised, so this is not something I will be rolling against regular C, so let's see. One Ezrakut got hit by that hound, 2 Cheruk. Alright. So, Azar, as you reach for something, you... at the last moment, you actually hear this whispers that begin to be louder and louder, and slobbering grunts, and as you with alarm look around you, what nobody else sees but you see from your perspective, you see that you have been suddenly surrounded by a dozen emaciated but also very strong looking figures of vaguely humanoid. Some of them might be dwarves, but there are probably other races, those that were probably living in this place, looking like, you know, zombies undead with their teeth, mouth being wide and gaping, and as they like these unseen spirits rush towards you, they try to devour you. And at first, Nero would notice, actually, assuming they will hit, would start noticing bloody wounds appearing on Azrak. So this is actually something that, well, this hound makes, the ghosts make 10 attack rolls for this hound, and this only happens once. So after this hound triggers, it won't be able to be used for another 24 hours, and actually Nero would know that. Alright, so that's one.
The spirits come.
Azrak, yes, I see that. What's the DC I'm looking for, Azrak?
I am double checking.
Yeah, not the DC, AC, fucking hell. So that's one. Actually, that would be easier. That's one. That's two. That that's a miss. That's three. That's four. Ooh, that's threatens a
18.
crit.
Oh shit. Okay. We need to get a 3 or better. Nice.
One, two. That threatens a crit. That confirms. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, because you said 18 or okay, so that's 1, 2 hits, 1 crit. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so crit confirmed. That's 9. That's 10. Okay, so
I think that'd be 13 total.
I mean, I rolled to see if the crit confirms.
Oh, they
That's-
all hit and 3 of them confirmed, so that'd be 13 total.
Oh, okay. Ah, okay. That's what. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
For a moment, I wasn't sure what. Okay, so as the swarm of ghosts does that, so that's 13 damage rolls. 1, 2.
Just add. I guess that works. I was just say if you just add it all together.
Fuck. But I'm bad at math. Shit. Hold on.
Well, 13 times 2 is 26, and then just do 7 plus 13. I mean 7 times 13. As an added.
I think
Like,
Azrak might be dead.
Oh yeah, totally.
Is the multiplier the what's the symbol
Number
for
next to
Roll20?
it, yeah.
Yeah,
To multiply, it's a star.
The star. Okay.
Mhm.
Like that.
Yeah. Shift
There you
over.
go.
You know what? Do 2 stars just for the sake of it, okay?
Does that help you?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So, mind you, you're still immortal. But what would Nero see that in a span of like a moment, as Azrak is being torn apart, as the Hound states, that character that's reduced to minus 10 hit points by this bite is torn apart so much that nothing remains but a red skeleton draped in his gear.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's spooky.
Okay. The hounds do not attack anything else. You do feel, Nero, that that particular hound is like the necromantic energies are being like spent. The hunger of the disturbed spirits have been satisfied. However, at the same time as Cherok disturbs something else, you will see and hear. You will see and hear that the whirling of souls begins to grow louder, and let's say that the most of the roof is not not existing. So you should be able to see that something appears here, and the what echoes throughout the land. You hear distant screams that are seemingly caught in a storm of churning winds that just start thrashing around, not in your place, but around your location. The other destroyed houses seem to be like partially collapsing, and you will begin to notice that hovering portal of soul cleansing energies begins to form around in this location.
Oh, that's bad.
I think it's time to bail. Ugh.
Now the real fun starts.
Right, pack your bags, lads. We've
My,
overstayed our welcome.
My spirit senses are off the charts.
It's over 9,000.
Nero just starts beeping like a fucking Geiger counter.
Nero, what's your Pathfinder's power level?
Say it, Donut.
It's over 9,000. It's 1,006.
1006. Wow, nice positivity here.
It's
slow down.
3.6 Röntgen.
They told me it was like 5 Röntgen. This is all wrong.
Wait,
for the hell of
Azrak. I had the scanner upside down. It's over 9,000.
Matt,
Yeah.
for the hell of it, I'm gonna take option 4.
Hold on.
What was option 4 again, Zach?
Okay, so yeah, you will see this as your soul appears next to your body. So on the other hand, on one hand you see that the ghosts that have devoured your body are now at peace, and that particular hound has been calmed down, and the spirits begin to they already dispersed and lost their forms in the spiritual realm.
Fucking hordes. Jesus Christ, I've been hearing something different.
The gate that begins to appear as you see it, this is this ugly wound, the scar, the rip that begins to open up, and you know what? Because you have now the unique perspective on it, you may reattempt a knowledge check, and actually the DC would be much lower.
Nice.
What knowledge?
I think it was it was religion, because that's also actually no. Sorry. I mean, it's up to you what you prefer, because it might be either religion or planes.
Doesn't matter. They're both +3.
Okay. Pathfinder.
14.
13 minor. Reaper.
Guys, should I jump into the hole?
Probably not.
Probably not.
The soul cleansing rip.
Actually,
Yeah.
Should I jump into it as a soul?
this would be enough to go over another. Actually, no, we already went with religion. So, okay, having that unique perspective,
We could say it's planes if we already did religion, because it's the same bonus.
yeah, you can go for it.
Literally, my planes bonus is +3.
Mhm.
So we could just say it was a knowledge planes instead of a knowledge
Okay,
religion.
and yeah, that opens up.
You said I could roll either. but
Yeah, and now, that opens up absolutely, because you will know what emerges from the Death Gate, and you can make a knowledge religion, because that thing actually is an undead.
Okay.
Technically,
So
it's extraplanar, but it is also undead.
I'm assuming only Azrak can see this at this point, is that right?
Nope. I have no idea.
Yes, sadly, rather because you did, as I said, you have unique perspective. You do know what this is, even if you like vaguely recall the name of this hound, or rather, what does it do? That a creature will emerge, one for each living creature that is within the hound's radius, as it begins to emerge not emerge, but erupt with negative energies, like a broken fucking open reactor of Chernobyl. And Sally,
It's the elephant's foot.
while yeah, you do not recall much about the creature that's emerging, it is definitely undead. And funnily enough, having this unique spiritual perspective, you do recall that it is possible to take care of this hound.
I'm doing exactly what I said, and I'm going to jump into the hole.
Oh no.
I think that's maybe the last we ever saw of him. Shame.
So, because this happens in like a very condensed portion of time, so what others see is that, for whatever reason, as this like rip in reality, this bleeding, ugly wound, pulsating with negative energy starts appearing, Axrak is not restoring himself instantly, and you do know that there's an option to like instantly resurrect, with his telecon still in, and as the gate starts beginning to open, and now I can like say above the board, like a minor reaper would have started emerging from the death gate. There's sudden flash of weird energy, a planar quake erupts all around the area as this suddenly massive shake of uncontrollable dimensional energies. The crossing the streams essentially happened as it shakes you wildly, and with like a bright flash of light. Actually, that's the mostly cosmetic question, but I don't want to like impose. Axrak, if your soul had a color, what would it be?
Green.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure. I suspected it might be that case, but I wanted to, well, hear it. And
I'll know why my soul is green as well.
so,
Nice green skin.
yeah, as these
It's not easy being green.
as this eruption of dark undead energy is seemingly collapsing and like clashing with bursts of green energies that